What's going on, y'all? Happy Monday to you. Here at the shop, just dropped this off here. As you can see, I mounted my two V3 Green Touch blower racks here on the side of the trailer. I did these Saturday for the two backpack blowers. How I mounted these, with this being a round top rail, is up under there. You can see there's that L bracket. I did 2 bolts through the front here, and then it bolts in to the back right there, and then 4 carriage bolts through, 4 4-inch carriage bolts. This one I had to come in a little sideways, otherwise if I drilled straight through it was going to hit this angle. But they are secure and on there and ready to go. I thought about putting them on the back side of this box, but I wasn't really sure what I was going to be able to do with the tubes, and it would restrict what I could put under there. So I would have liked to do that, but I wasn't too fond of it. Ideally what I wanted to do was actually take the box off and turn it around that way and flip it up so the top opened toward the back of the trailer. But it's got these plates welded here, so I'd have had to weld new plates in. So I didn't really want to mess with that either, and I'd have put them on the front side of the box and have the box open from the top. But oh well, it is what it is. So those are on there, those are good to go. Probably going to run with this for mowing season. It's just so much easier to work out of. I'm actually, truck's up. I'm actually going to go up to Big Tex later today and get a price. They do a split gate where it splits right down the middle. And it's actually a 5-foot gate, so it'll bring me another foot up, because this is, I think, only a 4-foot gate. And same design and everything, it's just split, and it uses the hinges that are already there and the mounting tabs. So I'm going to go up to the Big Tex dealership, get a price on one of those, possibly go ahead and order one depending on the price. I got quoted, they were guesstimating the price was going to be about $700. I figured that's probably going to be the easiest thing to do, rather than buying the metal to expand this out an extra foot, all the bracing and some more mesh. Figured that's probably just, and then having to pay somebody to weld it on is probably just going to be cheaper just to buy the gate, and then I can either keep that gate as an extra or sell it. So that's sort of the plan. I need to run this table saw back to the house. I put in a fence gate and use that to cut some of the bracing. I did that on Friday, it was. So that's the plan for today, and then I got some shop work I need to get done. I need to go get another battery for this camera, because I thought my other GoPro batteries would work with it, but they don't. We're looking at rain today. What time are they saying it's supposed to start? I think they're saying it's supposed to start around 2 o'clock. But with as cloudy as it is, it kind of looks like it could start at any time, and I don't want to be caught up in the middle of a cleanup, because it's 100% chance of rain starting pretty much at 1. I hate people. They freaking pull in our shop and turn around all the time. So it looks like it's starting at 1 and going on through the rest of the day. So I just don't want to be tied up in the middle of a cleanup. So I'm gonna go, and I need to clean all that mess out of my back seat and put it back in the put stuff back in the toolbox. So I'm gonna go get a try and find one of the rubber mats that go on the bottom of the toolbox to keep stuff from sliding, and go drop this chop saw off so it doesn't get rained on in the bed of my truck. So let's get this day going, and I'll film whatever I can. Alright y'all, so sorry about the camera falling, but I got a new vent hood put on this. It actually just goes right over top of the screw open normal vent hood. It comes on the enclosed. I think the ceiling likes to move around a lot, so that's why the camera kept falling. But it allows this to stay open all the time and vent out there. It's still got that cover on it, and it keeps rain and stuff, and hopefully keeps some bugs out, because I couldn't find just the screen. There's a hole in this screen right there, so picked one of those up. It was like 30 bucks from the dealership, because I had to go get a spare for the enclosed just to have one on hand. I need to put my mount back in the trailer. I need to find the mount, I should say. Putting tools away. My toolbox area is a complete disaster, and I apparently can't hold the camera straight either and do that too. So put that there, that there. Take this drill bit off. Put the drill away. Put the drill bit away. And close that up. It's a freaking disaster. I went to the dump though, so there's not a ton of trash over there anymore. Here's the spare for the enclosed trailer. It was actually a takeoff of another trailer, so I got a pretty good deal on it. So same tire and wheels is on it. This is all trash now. Get this staple out of here. Starting to think I should have worked today. Like actually gone out and done a cleanup, because I thought it was supposed to rain all day, and it's currently 12:30, 1 o'clock, whatever time it is, and we still haven't gotten any rain yet. What time is it? 12:46, almost 1 o'clock. So I'm going to figure out something to do with that spare tire, and see if I can figure out how I can get it back in the trailer. I'm gonna find the mount and put it back in the trailer and put the spare tire back on it. Gotta figure out what I did with the mount though. I think it might be in my toolbox or on it, so I'm gonna find that, put that back in the trailer. Alright y'all, so now I have the 61 V-Ride in here. I'm gonna put a new throttle cable on it, because the end up in there is kind of all messed up and it can get stiff sometimes. It's actually pretty loose right now, but it also is bent, so I'm gonna stick a new one on this, and I have one for the 48 that I'll have to pull out of the trailer. So I've got both throttle cables here. They're actually the same part number for both mowers. Also have a carburetor for one of the line trimmers, probably get that put on, and fuel filters for the 28010s, because those haven't been done yet, and one of them is running like crap. So I'm gonna get this all put on and replaced, and then pull the 48 out of the trailer, pull that in here, get that one done as well. already, so that was actually a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be. It was a little difficult to get down in there. Did have to pull the deck cover off to get to that screw up under there to pull the cable out. I pulled the cable as tight as I could and tightened it down. I'm going to hook my tachometer up. This just hooks right over that, and it'll read the pulses per minute based off of the setting. Make sure it's set properly for the correct the correct mower engagement. There we go. So it should be one pulse per 2 revolutions for a 2-cylinder motor, and that should tell you the proper RPM for this. If it's not showing at the upwards of 30, like the 3000 range, if it's only showing about 1800, switch it to the 1P1R. I believe this is correct, but if not, that's what you need to do. And then I'm going to adjust. There's a screw right there that you can kind of see my finger on, if I can get the camera down in here somewhere. Right there. That adjusts your motor RPM. To set the RPMs with the 37 Briggs Vanguard, it should be at 3750 with no load on it, full speed. So I'm going to turn this around so the exhaust is blowing out of the shop, and go ahead and set the RPMs on this, and then get the 48 in here and do the same to that. So I got the throttle cables replaced on this one too. Set the RPM. To set your RPMs on this one, it's a little bit different than that. You want to, I backed off this screw, put the new cable in, and I had to kind of muscle it to get it up to 3600 RPM. Tighten this down, and then I push this screw back in and tighten this jam nut up. So when it hits that, that's the 3600 RPM mark. One thing I believe Scag could do a little bit better on is bracing these throttle cables. This one came off of the 48, which would explain why it's not running properly. And then this one, you can see it's bent, and that's all. This one's off the 61. I think Scag can do something a little bit better, something on the back side of this, doing some kind of a bracing to keep them from bending, especially like that. So that's just my 2 cents. I'm going to throw fuel filters in the 8010s, put the carb on that 2620, and head pack up and go home. The rain has started, so I don't have too much more to do once I get those done. I'm just going to say it, I apologize for the bad lighting in here. It's obviously inside my enclosed trailer. See if I can fish these fuel lines out of here somehow. I might need a longer tape. I'm going to grab one. Don't have a longer pick, but I've got a marking flag. And I didn't bend it wide enough. Bada bing, bada boom. New fuel filters. Hopefully these will run a little better now. I think it was this one that was running like crap. And these were a little bit dirty. Once I get these caps on, I'll show you guys. Were the fuel filters. They're all black. The new ones were completely white, so I'm hoping that'll fix that issue. These are trash now. I'll hold on to this flag just for pulling fuel line. And now to throw this on the 2620 here at the bottom. I'm going to go out of the trailer and go around. Nice nasty day. Good shop day, and it's freaking cold. I hope we get some snow later this week, but we shall see. So set you guys down here. Hopefully you can still get a good view somehow, some way, or I'll put you up here. There we go, that's good. Pretty sure this guy could also use a carburetor or a fuel filter too. I'm gonna need a wrench of some sort. I think that's a 10 mil. These gaskets are still in good shape. and run that back through just so I've still got it. I need, it looks like a 10mm for that. And I'm going to need that gasket. It does come with gaskets. No, it does not. I will have to fix that in a bit. I'm going to have to run to the dealer and get parts for that. I need a backside gasket for the car brake here that goes in between it and the motor. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. Actually, no, I'm not, so I know where the fuel lines need to go. And go get that gasket and a fuel filter for this too. Everything else should be good to go. So I'm going to offload, put everything back in here. If I shut this up, I might leave the V-Ride in there for right now so I can work on this. And go to the dealer, get a gasket, and call it done. Alright y'all, so I got the parts that I needed. I just took them in the building. It's freaking raining and nasty out, so I'm going to just finish working on stuff tomorrow. I am going to go get a mount for the spare tire to go on the tongue of the trailer. Probably from Tractor Supply, and then probably head home because it's cold and wet, and tomorrow is probably going to be wet and nasty, and I don't see myself being able to really do much until Wednesday, and then we've got snow coming Thursday, so I'm going to try and knock out probably 2 or 3 cleanups on Wednesday and see what happens. So tomorrow is definitely going to be too wet to work, so I'm going to do some more shop work, finish up all that stuff. So that's the plan. Gonna go try and find one of those and head to the house and probably work on my pesticide recertification for the rest of the night. So hope y'all have a good one. Hope you enjoyed this. We will see you in the next one.